Hey YouTube, USA Second Amendment here with a new video for you guys on a holster for my 1911. I've been actually looking for a holster for it ever since I got it. I've been to one gun show and didn't find anything. My wife and I just went to the Nation's Gun Show, which is in Chantilly, Virginia. Huge gun show. Like, I'm talking over 1,000 tables. To put that in perspective, most of the gun shows in general, especially the ones that we go to, are 300, 400. Maybe you'll reach a 500 table gun show, but this thing's over 1,000 tables. Amazing gun show. They have everything under the sun, great prices. So anyway, if you ever get the chance or you're in the area, I highly recommend going to them. I actually found 3. Now keep in mind, I've been looking online. I looked at one gun show already. I found 3 companies at that gun show that had a holster that could fit my 1911. And as you guys know, or if you don't know already, if you don't know already, I have a SIG 1911. This is the stainless carry, and obviously it has the squared slide. That SIG slide. So not a traditional 1911 slide, which I really like. It just looks awesome. Nothing against the traditional, just looks awesome. Anyway, so 3 different companies had it. One company had a, this is the one I got. Here, let me go ahead and show you. It's called Wild Bill's Concealment. My dad actually got one from them. It says Kimber/Colt 1911, and it says all. So, of course, my first thing was, well, that's for round top 1911s, not for a squared slide, is what I thought. But it actually fits it very, very well. So that's one. There was another guy. Oh, and what's the brand of that holster? I forget off the top of my head, but it was a really nice holster. In fact, I almost went back and got it. And it was the same price, 60 bucks. There, you can see the price right on there. All of Wild Bill's holsters are 60 bucks, literally. He has paddle holsters, he has belt holsters, pancake holsters, whatever. They're all 60 bucks. So, at least far as I could tell. But anyway, so there was that other company, and then there was another one who had a nice holster, and it was $75. The reason it was $75, a little bit more, you could tell that there was a little bit more leather put into the holster. It had reinforcement leather on the front. It had longer leather coming down. It had belt loops, or I say belt loops. Instead of your belt sliding through the holster, it actually had snaps, and a piece of leather, a soft piece of leather, actually wrapped around your belt like 1 or 2 times and then snapped into place, which was really nice. I almost bought that holster, and I was like, well, let me keep looking. I said, you know, let me look around the show so I know everything that's here before I decide. And then this was the last one that I went to. So out of the 3, this was the last table that I came to in the show. And far as holsters go, and you know, 1911 holsters that fit my gun. And so anyway, so that's there. Yeah, so let me open it up, show you guys what it's all about. So this is exactly how it's laying on his table without the orange piece. They give you the orange thing once you buy the holster. Excuse me. So this just says important, read before use, you know, how to break it in, yada yada. They recommend on here, I don't know if you guys can read that, using spray silicone. I'm not going to use that. I've heard that it's not good really to spray your leather or use stuff on it. Obviously it says in here, don't spray the leather, spray the gun, and then put the gun in the holster, but I didn't use that. I actually used, to break it in, I used a Ziploc bag. I didn't use this bag, just another Ziploc bag, and I actually put my gun in the holster, and then put that, or I'm sorry, put the gun in the bag, and then put all of that in the holster. And that seemed to work really well. It really did. So let me put that back up there for you guys. Alright, so first of all, it's going to be tight. Anybody who's had a leather holster before knows it's tight when you first get it. This I've had for now 2 days. So it actually goes in really good right now when it's not on my belt. And I say when it's not on my belt because when you put this on your belt and your body, this happens. It folds in like this because it's curving around your body. When that happens, this leather up here does, there, can you hear that? Listen, you ready? I don't know if you guys can hear that, but you can hear it crunching or getting tighter around the gun. So I got this actually to where I like it without, when it's not on my belt, I really like the retention of it. I mean, you know, it doesn't fall out or anything like that. Very nice retention. When it's on my body, it's still a little tight. Like I'm talking when I go to draw the weapon, I'm like pulling my pants up like underneath my arms. Like it's still a little tight. So I might do another round of the plastic bag with it. But let you guys just get a look at that. And that just looked good. There's videos on YouTube you guys can look up on how to break in leather holsters and stuff like that. That's what I did. That's how I got the idea for the plastic bag. But, yeah. So, it looks really good. It has a cant in it. I don't know if you guys can see that. At first, I was like, well, I don't know if I want a cant, because I usually like my gun straight down. For instance, my Glock that's right here, it's in my Serpa, and it's literally straight down, 90-degree angle, straight up, straight down, easy. But after talking with the guy at Wild Bill's, all of his holsters have a cant for the 1911, and I was like, oh, well, why is that? And I got to talking to him a little bit because, you know, I'm new to the 1911 world. And anyway, he explained it to me as far as drawing and reholstering, and because it is a little bit bigger gun and so forth and so on. And I'm actually glad that it has a cant now that once I put it on my body, simply because it helps when you go to draw, helps you get it out of the holster a little bit faster. And when you go to reholster, you can sort of angle it back into the holster and you know, find the holster better that way instead of having to go straight down on it, which is not such a big deal with my Glock 26, which I carry every day. But you know, this is a little bit bigger gun than that. So anyway, but the leather is real nice. I'm not hugely knowledgeable on leather, but I do know a little bit about it. And this leather, you guys can see how thick it is. This is at, I mean, I would say it's 8-ounce leather, maybe even 9-ounce, but I want to say it's 8-ounce leather. You guys see how thick that is. I mean, to compare that here. Here's my ring. See how thick my ring is? Let's see if we can get a comparison there. I mean, the thing's thicker than my daggum wedding ring. You see that? So, and my ring is thick. I mean, it's a nice thick ring. Nice heavy duty ring. But anyway, so this, you can see it has some indentations here, here. The guy actually said, because I have my Crimson Trace, my laser grip on there, he said it would do this, and which is good. And it's actually this little hump right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. There, right there. That little hump right there. It's actually, there it is right there, that little hump. You can see it. That is actually humping. It's molding slowly around my laser grip. So when I insert the pistol, so you guys can see right there, it's actually making it, or getting to where that's going to mold around, so that when I slide in and slide out, the front of the laser, the business end of the laser, so to speak, there you go, you can see it sort of reflect right there, is actually going to be in the holster and protected from dirt, debris, stuff like that. So I really like that feature, and he actually pointed that out to me right there when I was, you know, looking at the holster and you know, thinking about buying, obviously. This right here, I think because of that hump, this is going to lose a little bit of its retention, this little indent for the trigger guard here. I don't know if you guys can see here. Let me see. All right. See that right there? Let's see here. Right there. See that? without that laser on, I think this would lay more flush, more flat, and actually get this indent more in the trigger guard. It's not a big deal. You know, mine's not going to do the, it's not going to do the pop, so to speak, popping into place or locking, quote unquote, into place. However, the retention is awesome, and there are no problems with retention. So yeah, so you guys look them up. You can order from them online without having to go to a gun show. In fact, I will put a link. I'll put a link below for you guys. But if you just type into Google, oh wait, here you go. They're out of North Carolina, wildbillsconcealment.com. That was easy. Made in the USA. That's something else I really like about it, obviously. I always try to buy made in the USA when I can. It's not always possible. But there it is. Contour belt slide. Like I said, he has paddle holsters and, you know, all different, in the waistband, out the waistband, all different types of stuff. But, yeah, so you guys, if you have any questions or comments about this holster, let me know. It comes in other colors and stuff, but, you know, the black obviously looks the best with this gun, being that I have black here. The grips are green and black. You know, just the black accents it all very nice, especially since it's a stainless gun. But anyway, again, you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below, and thank you guys for watching.